So, what are values? I was really happy about our topic today because it kind of ties in with what I was going to say in the speech. The dictionary has a lot of different definitions for what value is. It could be the brightness of the colors and things, it could be the length of a note in music, it could be the value of the letter in writing, and it has to do with monetary value as well. Other definitions talk about value as what is important to one's person, their principles, how they move and respond in life, and the things that are important to them. And that's just value as a noun. Value as a verb does refer to something's monetary value, as in this house is valued at $500,000, or it is the value of the importance of which we place on something, like I value my peace and quiet. Those definitions of value are often just talked about as the worth of something, which it does come from the Latin word valor, which evolved into the French word valer, which translates to be worth. But some food for thought is that the value of something doesn't necessarily equate the worth of something. And often the value we place upon items or character traits or people is often equated with the monetary worth of something. And the value that things see is a matter of perspective in many situations. The value of something can change based on a group of people, an individual's past experience or background, culture, religion, or even a nation of people can shape different values. One man's trash is another man's treasure is a commonly used phrase that I think perfectly illustrates what I'm talking about a little bit. In the situation of the phrase, the first man has a piece of trash. It's disposable. It holds no value to him. While the second man saw it, maybe he just really desperately needed it, or maybe it could have saved his life. But to him, it was a treasure. Two very different words describing the same item, where the perspective of the value is shaped by the different person. You might have also heard of the art form kintsugi, which is where they take a broken ceramic pot and they use a lacquer that is meant to highlight the cracks rather than hide the cracks of the pot to create a new work of art. And that stems from the Japanese philosophy of wabi-sabi, which essentially is finding beauty in the imperfection and impermanence. But it's kind of the same thing when you think about the value, because the vase or the pot or the item, it fell off of a table and the original owner deemed it worthless or valueless, disposable, and then the artist came across it, meticulously put the pieces back together like a puzzle, and recreated something that is more beautiful and more valuable. In in Stoic philosophy, they value the four virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, moderation. And the belief is that growing these traits within ourselves will ultimately lead us to a more virtuous and prosperous life and a more fulfilling life. Our forefathers wrote that all men are created equal with the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now, it's safe to say that in this country, most of us value our freedom. Our slogan is "Land of the Free," so if you value freedom, it's the place to be. Um, and earlier I said how the perspective of a nation could shape the values of an individual. In 1984 and in Brave New World, we see our government run by a totalitarian sort of dictatorship, one that uses fear and espionage and torture to control the citizens, while the other one uses drugs, sex, and pleasure to placate the masses into submitting their freedom to them. Two timeless novels with very radically different sets of values. And while these are merely cautionary tales, there is middle ground, I think, to be found in them. I think that today we do value our freedom and the pursuit of happiness. But how often are those things used to justify the pursuit of instant gratification? Today, much value is placed on distraction, convenience, and that instant access to dopamine. And tying it back to two of the Stoic principles, wisdom and moderation, teaches that acts of delaying self-gratification will actually lead you to a more worthwhile and fulfilling experience and help you have a deeper appreciation for the success that you achieve. It's saying too that happiness is something that doesn't just come to you. You pursue it, you chase it. A lot of people spend a lot of their life chasing money. The value is placed upon the idea that one day I will have enough money to be able to pursue happiness. But it's ultimately a futile mission because, as we all know, money does not necessarily buy happiness. But it can be used as a tool, if used right, to buy yourself time, which in turn will buy you happiness. You can't put a price on your values. They shape who you are, and they affect how you move in the world and how you respond to everything. And your values will change in your life. You will work to strengthen some while working to shed others that serve you not. And I'll leave you with this. Life is a balance of virtues and vices, of values and of trivialities. Nobody is perfect, but we can all strive for excellence and use your time wisely. Don't take the easy route and grow from your hardships. And always make sure you value yourself and your own self-worth.